When Mafia first came out, I was only 5 years old, but I did have an older brother who played it all the time. Then once I got a little older, I was able to play it, and then finally when they remastered it for the Xbox back in 2020, I played it for what seemed like a third or a fourth time. Then I found out that, hey, it's coming to Xbox Game Pass, so I got to play it yet again, and every time I play through this game, I get more and more hyped up. I love the story, I love the characters, I love the 1930s setting. It's essentially GTA in the 1930s. That's a very basic way of putting it. The map is definitely not as big, there's not as many things to do, and it is way, way more linear, as in it is a linear game with what I call the illusion of free roam. Now, you can free roam after the game is over, and that's where you can find most of the collectibles, most of the cars, all stuff like that, which I went back and did all the collectibles. The only thing I did not do was the actual car trophy, and then I also did not do the trophy where you have to complete it on classic difficulty. I want to play the game and have fun. I completed it on normal, and it was fine as is. You play as Tommy Angelo, and you start as nothing but a cab driver in the early 30s, and the illusion of money and power and just wealth in general kind of overtakes Tommy, and he just falls into this life of crime with the Salieri family. You start messing up some small rackets with Paulie and Sam, and eventually you work your way up to doing huge missions like bank heists and setting off car bombs and blowing up other sorts of buildings, and even assassinating some government officials. A little bit of spoiler alert here, but if you haven't played the game, you're about 20 years late, and I highly suggest you get on it. But Sam eventually rats out Tommy and just paints him out to be a bad guy, and basically he gets a hit put out on him, and the hit's carried out by Vinny, who you actually play as in Mafia 2. I really like the gameplay of Mafia. I think it's really smooth. I like how you adjust going from cover to cover. The only thing I don't like so much about the gameplay is the gun feel. I feel like, as you see here, I can basically just aim and then not aim and then aim again, and it snaps to the person that I'm trying to shoot. Another thing I really like are all of the collectibles, all of the different magazines, the comic books, the cigarette cards. It's all obviously very on par for the 1930s, and I actually wanted to go back and get them all. I will say I found maybe 70% of the collectibles that are available in the campaign missions. I only missed a few, and then going around the city of Lost Haven was so much fun, just exploring all the nooks and crannies, trying to get every last collectible. Some people might see this next thing as a negative, but I actually viewed it as a positive. You only get 2 main weapons from your weapon wheel. It's not like GTA where you have like a weapon wheel and then you have different weapons within that weapon wheel. You only have your pistol and your Tommy gun, or your sawed-off shotgun and your double-barrel shotgun. It's limiting, yes, but it also makes the missions more fun, and you focus less on trying to find weapons and more on the task at hand. The stealth gameplay in this game is also really good. It's obviously no Assassin's Creed, but there are definitely some missions that if you want to be stealthy and sneaky, you can do that. Now, I'm not very good at being stealthy and sneaky, but that option for those who are much better at the game than I am is definitely there. However, I really only have one big negative, and that one big negative is the driving. It's a pain in the ass. I consider GTA to have some of the best driving mechanics. Obviously, it's not going to be as good as like Forza or like iRacing, like an actual racing sim or anything like that, but it's pretty good GTA-wise. However, in Mafia, the driving is not great. Yes, you're driving cars from the 1930s, so yes, the cars don't drive as well as modern-day cars. I get that. But it still feels like the driving mechanics of the game are just not as fleshed out as GTA. Yes, this game came out much before GTA, but still my point stands. And a hidden gem that I really liked in this game was all the music. I'm a huge music person. I listen to literally everything. I'm a big Deadhead. I like a lot of 60s, 70s stuff, but I also like a lot of jazz and a lot of like 30s, 40s, 50s music as well. And this game definitely scratched that itch. The radio in the cars is great. The mission, I don't exactly remember which one it is. I believe it's the car bomb mission, but the whole time you're going throughout that mission, you're actually listening to a baseball game. And it's funny because I caught myself thinking, like, oh my god, who's going to win this game? Why should I care? Why should I care about a fictional game and a fictional video game? I shouldn't, but I did. So the game really gives you a really good level of immersion. That kind of ends my ramble session here for Mafia Definitive Edition. I'm going to play Mafia 2 for sure, but I'm actually getting into Halo as we speak. Expect some Halo videos. Thank you guys for sitting here and listening to me ramble. It means a lot. It's just a fun little hobby, like I've mentioned so many times. All that being said, if you haven't played the game, please go out and play it. And if you have played the game, tell me what your favorite part of Mafia 1 was. Funnily enough, I've never played Mafia 2 all the way through. I had the demo on the PlayStation 3 and used to just play that 10 minutes of demo over and over and over. So I can't wait to play and experience the full story of Mafia 2. So thank you guys so much. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.